There we go. Let's take a moment to gather ourselves, to center ourselves here in this moment. We begin our service this morning with the Thanksgiving address, which comes to us from the Haudenosaunee, also known as the Iroquois or Six Nations people: Mohawk, Oneida, Cayuga, Onondaga, Seneca, and Tuscarora, of what is now upstate New York and parts of Canada. Now, these words are not connected to the Thanksgiving holiday. In fact, the Thanksgiving address has ancient roots dating back over 500 years to the joining of the Six Nations, and perhaps before that. They are known as the Ohentun Kariwate the words that come before all else. These words are still spoken today at the opening and closing of all ceremonial and governmental gatherings held by the Six Nations. The address is based on the belief that the world cannot be taken for granted, that a spiritual communication of thankfulness and acknowledgement of all living things must be given to align the minds and hearts of the people with nature. The actual words vary from speaker to speaker, for we are all unique and have our own style, but the general form is traditional. This translation that we're using this morning is a Mohawk version, is provided courtesy of the Six Nations Indian Museum and the Tracking Project. The late Mohawk chief Jake Swamp had a vision that this address should go out to the children of the world, so that later in life, when they go out and meet one another, they will find that they are all coming from the same place. And in that spirit, we're sharing them today. Now, I've invited several different speakers to help me out with offering this blessing. And my technology is not cooperating. But if you want to, come forward. Thank you. Wonderful.
Just don't need to back right away.
So we have a lot of people because there's a lot of thanks to give. And so when it's your turn, I'll invite you to just step forward and offer your piece. And and if you want to step back a little bit so our folks over there can see us. Awesome. And after each offering, I invite you all to speak, to everyone to speak the words, "Now our minds are one." Say that with me. Now our minds are one. So that'll follow after everyone. Today we have gathered and we see that the cycles of life continue. We have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now we bring our minds together as one as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people. Now our minds are one.
We are all thankful to our mother, the earth, for she gives us all that we need for life. She supports our feet as we walk upon her. It gives us joy that she continues to care for us as she has from the beginning of time. To our mother, we send greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one.
We give thanks to all the waters of the world for quenching our thirst and providing us with strength. Water is life. We know its power in many forms: waterfalls and rain, mists and streams, rivers and oceans. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the Spirit of water.
Now our minds are one.
We turn our minds to all the fish life in the water. They were instructed to cleanse and purify the water. They also give themselves to us as food. We are grateful that we can still find pure water. So we turn now to the fish and send our greetings and thanks.
Now our minds are one.
Now we turn toward the vast fields of plant life. As far as the eye can see, the plants grow, working many wonders. They sustain many life forms. With our minds gathered together, we give thanks and look forward to seeing plant life for many generations to come. Now
our minds are one.
With one mind, we turn to honor and thank all the food plants we harvest from the garden. Since the beginning of time, the grains, vegetables, beans, and berries have helped people survive. Many other living things draw strength from them too. We gather all the plant foods together as one and send them a greeting of thanks.
Now our minds are one.
Okay. Now we turn to all the medicine herbs of the world. From the beginning, they were instructed to take away sickness. They are always waiting and ready to heal us. We are happy there are still among us those special few who remember how to use these plants for healing. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the medicines and to the keepers of the medicines.
Now our minds are one.
7.
We gather our minds together to send greetings and thanks to all the animal life in the world. They have many things to teach us as people. We are honored by them when they give up their lives so we may use their bodies as food for our people. We see them near our homes and in the deep forests. We are glad they are still here and hope that it will always be so.
Now our minds are one.
We now turn our thoughts to the trees. The earth has many families of trees who have their own instructions and uses. Some provide us with shelter and shade, others with fruit, beauty, and other useful things. Many people of the world use a tree as a symbol of peace and strength. With one mind, we greet and thank the tree life. Now
our minds are one.
We put our minds together as one and thank all the birds who move and fly about over our heads. The Creator gave them beautiful songs. Each day they remind us to enjoy and appreciate life. The eagle was chosen to be their leader. To all the birds, from the smallest to the largest, we send our joyful greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one.
We are all thankful to the powers we know as the four winds. We hear their voices in the moving air as they refresh us and purify the air we breathe. They help us to bring the change of seasons. From the four directions they come, bringing us messages and giving us strength. With one mind, we send our greetings and thanks to the four winds.
Now our
all our
minds are
minds
one.
are one.
We have now arrived at the place where we end our words. Of all the things we have named, it was not our intention to leave anything out. If something was forgotten, we leave it to each individual to send such greetings and thanks in their own way. Now our minds are one.
Can I borrow that? Thanks. And on this Sunday before Thanksgiving, or as some people call it, Thanksgrieving, a holiday rooted in a historically inaccurate and harmful colonial narrative, let us remember the indigenous people of this land as we light our candle. The indigenous people of this land, the Tamien and Mwekma Ohlone, and their neighbors, the Amamutsan, they too have teachings of gratitude, which remind us this land does not belong to any one of us. We share it with the humans and animals and plants who call it home. And now we light our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, the light of truth, and the energy of service. And now I invite you to join me in singing our opening hymn. It's a medley of For All That Is Our Life and For the Beauty of the Earth. So the tune is entirely For All That Is Our Life. And then for the second and third and fourth verses, we're going to sing the lyrics from For the Beauty of the Earth with a little tag at the end. And it's just a little bit different because to make them match up, but it'll be pretty obvious. So you only have to worry about the tune we're singing on the first verse is the tune we'll be singing throughout. And I would not recommend following along in the hymnals because things are changed. So the words will be on the screen. I invite you to please rise in body or in spirit and join in singing For All That Is Our Life and For the Beauty of the Earth. For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good. And I invite you to remain risen as we say our affirmation together, which we say both in English and in Spanish, or as a reminder of the many languages that are spoken in this community and beyond, the many languages of the heart. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek truth and freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship to the end that all souls may grow into harmony with the divine. This do we covenant with one another. El amor es la doctrina de esta iglesia. La búsqueda de la verdad es su sacramento y el servicio es su oración. Habitar juntos en paz, buscar la verdad con libertad y servir a la humanidad juntos, con el fin de que todas las almas pueden crecer en armonía con lo divino. Esto es lo que pactamos unos con otros. You may be seated.
Good morning and welcome to the First Unitarian Church of San Jose. You are truly welcome here. You are truly welcome here. We cherish diversity in all people, in size, shape, age, gender, sexuality, race, ethnicity, spiritual belief, and capabilities. We welcome you as your unique and wonder-filled self to this sacred time and place. The mission of this church is to make love visible in all we say and do. Thank you for being here today. If you're new or visiting, thank you for becoming a part of this community, whether it's for this day alone or for the rest of your life. You're welcome to join us in Hattie Porter Hall, right through those double doors to your right, for the social hour after our service. My name is Michael Thomas. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm dressed currently in a red, white paisleyd shirt and black jeans. Blue jeans. I changed jeans yesterday. I am grateful for having a new pair of jeans, for a clean pair of jeans, that's for sure. Today we'll be talking a bit about gratitude. It's the season for gratitude, and I am grateful to have a welcoming community like everyone here to welcome me and to be able to welcome you all back in return. So now we'll say hi to our friends who are joining us in on Zoom. If we could show everyone wave to the camera as it passes by to say hi to everybody out on Zoom. And now if we can see the friends who are in the Zoom so they can say hi back to us. Excellent. Now is the time in the service when we invite contributions to help our ministries to grow and thrive. We pick fruit from trees we did not plant. We drink water from wells we did not dig. This is as it should be, so long as we dig and plant for those who come after us. This church is here because of the offering of generations who came before us. Let us invest in the future with this morning's offerings. To the work of the church, which is making love visible in all we say and do, we dedicate ourselves and these our offerings. In the spirit of gratitude, the reading today is, "If the moon came out only once a month." If the moon came out only once a month, people would appreciate it more. They'd mark it in their date books, take a walk by moonlight, notice how their bedroom window framed its silver smile. And if the moon came out just once a year, it would be a holiday with tinsel streamers tied to lampposts, stores closing early, so no one has to work on Lunar Eve, travelers rushing home to get home by mid-moon night, celebrations with champagne and cheese. Folks would stay awake until dawn to watch it turn transparent and slowly fade away. And if the moon came out randomly, the world would be on wide alert, never knowing when it might appear, spotters scanning empty skies, weathermen on TV giving odds, a 10% chance of moon tonight. And when it suddenly began to rise, everyone would cry, "The moon is out." Crowds would fill the street, jostling and pointing. Night events would be canceled. Moon closure signs posted on all the doors. And if the moon rose but once a century, ascending luminous and lush on a long-awaited night, all humans on the planet would gather in huddled, whispering groups to stare in awe, dazzled by its brilliance, enchanted by its spell. Years later, they would tell their children, "Yes, I saw it once. Maybe you will live to see it too." But the moon is always with us, an old familiar face, like a mantle clock, so no one pays it much attention. Tonight, why not go outside and gaze up in wonder, as if you'd never seen it before, as if it were a miracle, as if you had been waiting all your life.
So now I'd like to invite those who are young or young at heart to join me here in the labyrinth for our story for all ages. Come on down. Some of our younger, come on down. Today I have a new story, or a story written just for today, that I want to share for you. So often we don't we don't necessarily appreciate all of the small things in our life. So that's what our service is about today, is the small things we can appreciate. And this story is called "The Day the Small Things Spoke." Mira woke up one morning feeling grumbly. Everything just felt a little meh. She rolled out of bed and plopped her feet on the floor. Ugh, she sighed. Another day. But then she heard a voice, a tiny voice, down near her toes that whispered, "Hey, you're welcome." Mira blinked. "What?" Her toes wiggled. "You're welcome," they said again, "for helping you stand up. We do that every morning, you know." Mira stared. "You can talk?" "Only when you're really listening," her feet replied. "People forget to say thank you to the little things." Now, Mira didn't really know what to say. She'd never had her feet talk to her before, so she just whispered, "Thanks." Her feet gave a proud little wiggle. As she went downstairs, she heard another voice. "Good morning, Mira," hummed the railing as she slid her hand along it. "Lean on me if you need." Mira blinked again. The railing? Talking? But somehow she wasn't surprised anymore. In the kitchen, she opened the fridge and a cool breeze blew onto her face. "Ah," sighed the fridge. "Been keeping things chilled all night. Hope it helps. Mira laughed. It does, she said, smiling a little. Her cereal bowl chimed in. I hold your breakfast every day, you know. And I warm your hands, added her mug full of tea. Mira shook her head, smiling now. Okay, thank you, bowl. Thank you, mug. Thank you, fridge. The room seemed to glow a little. On her walk to school, the breeze ruffled her hair. You're welcome, it whispered, for helping you feel alive. A puddle reflected the sky. Hey, look, it said. Isn't it pretty today? A bird overhead added in its beautiful song, which Mira appreciated like new. And Mira felt that warmth spreading through her grumbly mood, turning it soft and bright. By the time she reached school, she didn't need anything to talk anymore, which was good because she had to listen to the teacher. She had learned how to listen to the small things. She put her hand over her heart for a moment. It didn't speak out loud, but she could feel the steady beat saying, I'm here, working for you. I'm doing my best for you. Mira whispered back, thank you. And the whole world seemed to glow in reply. So normally at this point, we would sing our children out to their religious education classes. Today we're having an Action Sunday, which means we're staying in here together for a little bit longer, maybe 10 more minutes or so. And then we're going to have different activities we can go off to that you can pick, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. Right now, I'm going to invite us to do a guided meditation on thankfulness for parts of our body. So for those of you down here on the carpet, if you want, you can lay down or you can go back to your seats or sit. If you're sitting in your seat and you would rather do this meditation laying down, you are invited to find a space on the ground. It's up to you, whatever feels right to you. This is a meditation adapted from Fleur Chambers. And you can close your eyes if you like. How does your body feel today? Is it tired? Are there parts of it that are sore or achy? Do you feel wriggly, a little wriggly, wiggly? Or are you happy to sit still for a moment? However you are feeling is okay. Our bodies are pretty amazing. All day they help us get where we need to go, to play sports, to hang out with our friends. They can run and jump and twist and turn. So let us thank our body for all that it does for us each day, with a meditation that focuses on different parts of our body. And as we go through those parts of our body, maybe there are parts that are in pain or maybe don't work the way we might like. And you can always send that part of your body love and compassion. So let's start by taking 3 deep breaths in and out. When you're finished, you can just go back to breathing normally. how does your chest move when you breathe? Notice how your tummy gets bigger when you breathe in and goes back to normal when you breathe out. Each time you breathe in, your lungs are bringing oxygen into your body. And right now, your heart is pumping oxygen. And nutrients all around your body. Perhaps you can feel your heart beating, or perhaps you can picture your heart beating. It keeps our blood pumping without our even having to think about it. Now you can focus on your ears, which let you hear your favorite songs, birds chirping, laughter of your friends, and the sounds all around us in this moment. And your eyes, the eyes that allow you to see all the different shapes and colors, like the light streaming through the stained glass windows. You open your eyes for just a second. And what about your nose, which smells all the amazing things like flowers and delicious food that you're lucky enough to eat? Do you have a favorite smell? Your mouth, which asks questions, tells jokes, eats delicious food. And your hands, bring your focus to your hands. You may even like to give your fingers a little wiggle. These hands that throw and catch balls, that write and draw, play on the computer, climb trees, hug the people you love. And how about your feet and toes? Go ahead and give them a wiggle too. These feet that help you run, walk, jump, ride a bike. And what about your brain, which learns new things every day? Your body is pretty amazing, don't you think? How does your body feel right now? And when you're ready, just take a nice stretch, being careful not to stretch into someone else's body, and open your eyes. Thank you for joining me for that meditation. Go back to your seats now. So, I love the Thanksgiving dinner. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. As a cook, I love the opportunity to spend a day or two in the kitchen and make some delicious food that celebrates the harvest of the season, like winter squash and eggplants and peppers, pomegranates and persimmons. I love getting together with an ever-shifting group of friends, ranging in number from 12 to as many as 24. Some who show up every single year, some who come every 2 or 3 years, and who I'm always glad to see. And I also appreciate it as a day that is where you get to focus on what you're thankful for. Since becoming a minister, I'm typically the one who's asked to offer the blessing before the meal, giving thanks for all that allowed us to have this bountiful meal, the sun and the rain, the soil, the plants, the animals, all of the hands that helped grow and prepare and transport the food so that it might be at our table for us to enjoy. But one of my favorite parts of the meal is its end. Not because it's time for dessert, but because that's when we have a tradition of going around the table and each person shares what we are grateful for. For the chance to gather in good company with one another, being in good health, another year of sobriety, spending time with little ones, that the cancer is in remission, having a wonderful spouse, another year of life. It usually takes about 30 minutes, but it never, ever feels too long. And something I look forward to every year. I don't know if you have practices like that. I'd invite you to do that if you don't. It's a great one. But I wanted to take a moment to invite people to just speak into the space something that they're grateful for, because there's something about sharing it aloud with other people that I think makes it even more meaningful. So go ahead, say it out loud. I'll try to repeat it for those on Zoom who are hard of hearing. Robert Strong. You got to say it loud so I can hear it. Family and friends. A wonderful son. What was that up there? A new TV. New kitten. FUCSJ. Persimmons. Redwood trees. Being alive. 2 wonderful children. Resilience and healing. Say that again. Crayons? Crayons, yes, wonderful. Bird song. The ocean. Community. Daughter doing the cooking. Progressive people working for justice. Zoran. All y'all. What was that? Video meeting software. There's so much to be grateful for, even when times are hard. We've been discussing gratitude all month, exploring it, and I was like working on the service, trying to figure out how to say something new once again. And yet, gratitude, I think, is such a core practice. And I think it's actually helpful to be revisiting it week after week, because it's not an easy practice necessarily, but it's so important to bringing us grounded, whole, fulfilling, happy lives, no matter what may be happening in the specifics. Thank you for sharing what makes you grateful. So our closing hymn this morning is "We Give Thanks." I invite you to rise in body or in spirit. It is number 1010 in your teal hymnals, which you can find under your seats. And there's an echo, so if you know it, it's, basically the echo comes. If you want to sing the echo, go ahead and do that. So we'll sing it 2 times through. I invite you, as you feel comfortable, to reach out and take the hand or bump elbows or touch shoulders as you feel comfortable with someone around you. As our worship ends, the practice of noticing continues. May you discover treasures hiding in tomorrow's ordinary moments, the warmth of morning coffee, a stranger's kindness, the miracle of lungs that breathe without asking. Go forth, gathering what is already here. Now, technically, our worship service ends, but also it doesn't, because the second half, we're actually entering in the second half of our worship service, which is our Action Sunday part of the service. So we have a few different options that are printed in your order of service that you can pick from. I'll go through them quickly. So one, if you'd like to explore gratitude in more depth, we have a gratitude collage, where we'll be, cutting out pictures or words or whatever and creating a collage on gratitude. That will be downstairs in the conference room. We have a limit up to 13 participants in that just because of available space. Here in the sanctuary, we'll be doing circle singing, where Sally Cooperwriter, and I guess Kaelsa is also helping lead. We'll be leading circle singing with some rounds, some familiar, some new. That's also, if you want to stay here on Zoom, you can just stay here on Zoom and you'll be able to participate in that. Downstairs in one of the RE classrooms, we'll be making stained glass windows, which will be holiday decorations for the windows in Hattie Porter Hall, because we have these lovely stained glass windows in here, but none in Hattie Porter Hall. So if that sounds interesting to you, that'll be downstairs in the RE classroom with Fee. That's an all ages activity. This also has the ages printed in the order of service. We have neurographic art, which is a sort of meditative art technique that involves drawing wavy lines and then coloring them in. So it's a very meditative practice. So you may have noticed there's several different arty activities. And then the last one is to reflect on the worship topic, to dive deeper into gratitude with me, and that'll be upstairs in the youth room. I didn't say where, jumping back a little bit. So for the neurographic art, the kind of meditative one, that'll be downstairs, also in the other classrooms along the way. So downstairs in that direction. The youth room is upstairs. And for the neurographic one, you can also join at sanjoseuu.org/zoom2. Again, that's sanjoseuu.org/zoom1 if you want to join, or zoom2 if you want to join the one with me. That's sanjoseuu.org/zoom1. And I will make sure that those are in the chat and for those of you joining us on Zoom. Now go off to your activities. And if you don't know where to go, please, if you're new to this space or you don't know it very well, please ask someone. Also be on the lookout if someone else may need help figuring out where they're going.